Hey guys, today we're going to talk about a drill that will save you time, not fatigue you as much, and is actually more beneficial to you in the long run.
You're watching GC Outdoors.
So what this drill entails is getting into a hunting position. I hunt from the ground, so this is super simple, doesn't take too much time. And I hunt from my turkey strut seat. This is good enough of a seat that it keeps me low, my legs don't go numb, my ass doesn't get wet, and it's cheap and affordable, lightweight, packable, everything you could want. So I get the seat, put it in a decent spot. I got a solid backdrop, some foreground brush, but I do have a bunch of grass around me, which is one of the environmental factors you have to consider when you're taking shots in a hunting situation. So we'll get set up here and take some shots, and I'll show you why this drill is so beneficial. So as you can see, I have the foreground brush, I have a bunch of other factors in the way. The target is a little plywood target I made with a foam core. If I miss the vitals, I tear up the target and it wears it out. So it's, I have to pay for my bad shots. Things to consider and to learn from in these situations is what range looks like from different perspectives, what range looks like with different objects in the way, how big that target looks at 20 yards compared to 15 yards. What's your gap look like? What are you using as a reference for your ranges? All these things you can learn from this instead of just standing up in a clean field at 15 yards shooting, standing up in a clean field at 20, 30, 40 yards shooting, instead of taking realistic shots. And if you learn from each of those shots, you don't have to shoot as much, and you're not going to get fatigued, and you're not going to lose as many arrows. So we'll take some shots here just to see what we can learn about this. I'm already learning. As I draw up my bow, there's grass to the left that my limb brushes on. That's noise factor. Now, as you can see, I was a little high there, so my gap wasn't exactly what I wanted. We'll take one more shot, correct that gap, and then we're going to move that target instead of just shooting the same spot over and over and over. And be sure when you're doing this, see how it just kind of went up? Treat it like a hunting situation. Move slow and learn how it feels to do exactly this. So when you're in that situation, it's nothing new. Except for that giant dose of adrenaline that just gets shot down your bloodstream. That's the thing you can't ever really plan for. There we go. That was a better shot. Now, what you can also do is put the target somewhere, or choose a hunting spot, then put the target in an inconvenient location. Right now, I have all this crap up in my way of this shot. So I'm gonna have to be very slow and very, particular about how I put this bow up to actually draw and take the shot. See how my bow's already hitting that grass? That's factors, and that's things you can learn from for moving your seat. Because if I would have moved my seat back about, a foot, I would have been golden. So that was a decent shot. Kind of impressed myself with that one. I'm usually not that good of a shot. But yeah, these are things to include. When you let go of that string, when you release it, that bottom limb is just going to explode down there and hit all that grass. Now if you're at 20 yards, that's going to cause plenty of time for deer to string jump. Now at 10 yards, maybe not if you have a lighter setup, but it's things to consider. And that's kind of what this drill is about, is considering things that you would not consider on just a standard range day. Some other things to consider. What if you have to get up and move slightly because this piggy is going down this cutout over here, and I'm not going to be able to get a shot on him. He's in range. I'm not going to be able to get a shot on him unless it makes a movement. What if that's a factor? Let's see if I can make it happen. These pigs don't seem to spook too much. I'm talking pretty loud, but they're not running. This is why I shoot these targets, and this is why we take these shots. Ended up a little low, misjudged the range just slightly, and the result is some broken plywood that I'll have to replace soon. I'm wearing it out quicker and quicker every day. Let's take another shot and try to replace it. So get back in your scenario. See these pigs. You get around. That's what's also nice about this seat, is you can get off this seat on your knees very quickly. There we go. That was a little better of a shot. Now I know it feels like we're kind of just playing make-believe here, but if you don't practice the situations which you're trying to make a reality, you know, it's never going to become a reality. You're never going to have this opportunity and be able to take this shot if you don't practice situations like this shot. If we can practice, why not practice? Why not make the most of our time instead of wasting time in the woods, because we know we get a perfect opportunity on a buck of a lifetime or a pig of a lifetime, and then we just screw around and miss a shot. Anyway, I really hope you enjoyed this video. Feel free to subscribe for more tips and tricks, and comment below if you got any questions or any critiques. I'm interested to hear them. I will put out a video of how I made this target here shortly once I get the foam for another target, because this one, with my shooting, is going to need to be replaced anytime soon, because I need to work on it. But thanks for watching. I'll see y'all.
GC Outdoors.